Oh man, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled Enjoying Not Doing Right by Each Other. Cultural thing. I've been noticing this for years. That when you're dealing with our community, it seems like there's a certain segment that was taught that it was fun to not do right by a person. What I mean by that is in a lot of different fashions. Like, think about it. As a young man, I was taught that it was cool and cute to cheat on a woman. Have multiple women. You know, and make sure they don't know about each other, and that's cool. And the problem with that is you're a sucker. You know, because you didn't have the heart to tell people you was not doing right by people. And the crazy part about that was, you know, people would be a deviant and have a laugh. Like, the flip side about that is, I knew young ladies who were taught, you know, to how to lie, manipulate, use a man, you know, and use your body to get what you want out of a guy. And people enjoy that. And they get off on it. There's a certain smile in their eyes about not doing right by a person. And the problem with that is this. You want these very same people to somewhere along the line have your back. You know, I talk about, we talking about how young brothers grow up to be men and in an urban environment, right? In the hood or whatever. But the community doesn't do right by these kids, and they enjoy, letting these kids know that they're on their own and they ain't nobody, they ain't gonna be nobody, and you're not the man, so who cares? And then these kids grow up, and they want these very kids to be grown men. When you gonna come back and help the community? You didn't do right by these kids, You had these little girls, and you tell them that they're not cute because of their hair, and then you tell them they're not pretty enough, or when they get a certain age and their body starts developing, you use their sexuality and youth against them and turn them out. And then they become women and they get bitter and they get back at the community whichever way they see fit. And then you want these women to do the right thing and not be what they are, and not be in the center of all of the nonsense that's going on in the community. But the problem was, you enjoyed not doing right by these women when they was little girls. You got the element of deadbeat dads who enjoy riding around and going around the neighborhood telling people how many kids they got, but they didn't really care about them kids. They didn't take care of them kids, right? And then they grow old and those kids are like, could you please take care of your dad? It's been a hard time for me, blah, 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 blah. But when it was cool to stop by and give a kid a hug and you say I'm your daddy from afar, or always show how much you didn't care and break the kid's heart and not show up when you were supposed to and all other stuff, and just not be real with them. It was cool. But then you want them to take care of you when you old. But you enjoy not doing right by them. Now you want them to have this sympathetic heart. You know, same thing. You have these deadbeat mothers, who guilt these kids and manipulate these kids to act like they're on their side, they're on their team, and these kids grow up to be adults and then become parents, and then they can't fathom doing to their child what their mother did to them, or having their child do the things that their mother had them do. And and then you get the "I did the best I could" speech, and it wasn't like that, it was hard, blah 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 blah. But what winds up happening is you enjoy not doing right by these kids, because we saw the looks in your eyes when you left us hanging, or you punished us for no reason, or you felt like you had something more important to do. But now we supposed to, be the center of your universe, not that you're in need. Too much of that. Too much of that. You got the church folk, not the church, but the church folk who were overly judgmental and actually were hypocrites. And in 1 minute they'll say, they'll bring God into the mix, and the next minute they'll do some devilish stuff, and they enjoyed it. They enjoyed that deviant hypocrisy that they was on, until they needed your forgiveness or your help and your aid and assistance. Then all of a sudden they're humble and they have humility. They're not humble and have humility. They're humble and they come with a bleeding heart, wanting to mend all fences and make things right. Not cool. Because ultimately, like I said, they enjoyed, not doing right by you. The friends and family that will come by and use all your stuff and never replace it, and steal from you and think it's cool, or feel like they, or the people that hustle you out of something and have a smile on their face like it's funny. You know what I'm saying? The people that told you lies because they was trying to get over, and then when you caught them later on, they I got you, but you had to pay that cost. They didn't. They enjoyed not doing right by you, and then those friends and family and those people, when they were really in need, they hat in their hand, hoping that you'll let it go. Hoping that, you would understand that, this is, I fell on hard times, as if karma doesn't exist. Karma shouldn't exist for all you people who enjoy not doing right by people. You people who are enemies portraying yourselves to be friends, who sabotage people and degrade somebody or mess with people's opportunities to better themselves, throw salt in the game, and then people come to find out and get enjoyment by sitting in your face, not playing like they're your friend while they're stabbing you in the back, you know what I'm saying? And sitting there with that, you don't know I'm the one that's doing you in. I love it. And then come to find out, when you find out, you leave them alone, and then it's not cool no more, and then they're uncomfortable just at the thought of your presence going to be in the vicinity, because they know that they might get hurt, but they enjoy doing wrong. And then when everything happens to them, like, you don't care, and all this indifference comes in apathy, because a lot of people in the community understand what it's like to see that smile in people's eyes when they enjoy not doing right by you. You know, they enjoy treating you less than human, you know. And life has a funny way of turning things around. Karma is real. You know, and some people make it, and then all those very people come back. You know, I didn't mean it. You know what? Let me add on to that. You criminals out there who enjoy it. You know, the thieves that enjoy stealing, the drug dealers that enjoy dealing, the jackers that enjoy jacking, you know, so on and so forth, right? And it's not a big deal. And a lot of y'all had that same speech. You know, when I hit a lick, or when it really pop off, when I get my money, I'm a bounce right back and I'm gonna fix all this stuff. Think it's that easy? You think it's that easy? You think it's that easy to do people wrong because you enjoy the lifestyle, and then one day you just gonna get blessed with millions and millions of dollars, and then you're gonna turn around and pay off everybody that you wronged? The problem with this is, when you have enjoyment for not doing right by people, you don't really know how many people you've done wrong. Because just like people who are good people forget the good deeds they've done, people who are deviants forget the bad deeds they've done. But you enjoyed it. You got enjoyment out of not doing right by people. And unfortunately, the community suffers. Because the people that you enjoy not doing right by are the very people you need to fix the community. And there is no trust. There is no respect. There is no compassion. Because, you know, you broke their trust. They don't respect you because of that. You had no compassion for them when you were enjoying not doing right by them. So I don't understand the ideology of expecting people to help you when you enjoy throwing them under the bus. So that's just my thoughts on this one, man. We out.